Hello and welcome to the SIME Inside Out podcast from Lancaster University Management School. We're speaking with members of the SIME community, the Center for Scholarship and Innovation in Management Education, to explore how engaging with SIME has shaped their thinking, practice, and development. This has showed real stories about the value of education community, creativity, and transformation in teaching and learning. My name is Anne, and today we're joined by Andy Holgate. Hi, Andy. How are you
Hi,
doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me along.
Thank you for joining us today. So, to begin, would you mind briefly introducing yourself, your academic background, and what you're doing to our listeners?
Okay, yeah. So, my academic background, I've been working for the university now for 26 years. In the library, I started out as a customer service advisor, and then became what's known as a faculty librarian these days. And I worked with LUMS as their librarian for 15 years. Before a couple of years ago, I changed into my new role, which is library digital skills developer. So what that is essentially I'm the university lead for LinkedIn Learning, which is a platform for training and lifelong learning that we subscribe to. I also lead the library in developing online tutorials for students and for other members of staff. I basically designed the podcast studio that we're in, so I do a lot of podcast editing and producing. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. Anything that comes under digital and is about the library probably comes across my desk.
That's wonderful. So, how long have you been a member of the SIME community, and what made you join in the first place?
Okay, so I've been officially a member of the community for about 12 months. I know most of the people in it and I've worked with them quite a lot over the years. So I was talking to Radka, and Radka said I should officially join because I was doing some digital work for the group, and that's why I joined it. And it's good as well because from my perspective, a lot of what I do is about building relationships with people, and that certainly goes for the business world. In case people that get on, don't make friends with people as such, because there's a lot of cutthroatness in business, but they know how to speak to people, they know how to communicate. And for me, it was building those relationships with lecturers in the management school so I could keep going, hey, what about the library? So that was a no-brainer for me.
That's great. So, looking back over the past year, what has changed for you since engaging with SIME, in terms of your awareness, thinking, your practice, and can you give us an example?
Yes, I think the main thing is awareness of the opportunities that are out there to develop further as somebody that supports academia and students, going along to various different events. I mean, one thing that sticks in my mind was an event that we had just before Christmas when we were looking at how you could use graphic novels in management teaching, and I just found that absolutely fascinating as a different medium. Obviously, it's still kind of a book and it's kind of library related, but it was a different sort of medium to your quite heavy, economics textbook or whatever else you're looking at. And for me, it did seem quite forward thinking. And I've attended a few other events as well, and I'm always kind of intrigued as to the different approaches that are taking place, whether they are digital or, as I said, a different style of print. So for me, it's all about I'm learning new things being part of this and seeing innovative teaching techniques that I can maybe apply to something I'm creating digitally.
That's amazing. So, what was the effect of applying what you have got from SIME? Did it change the outcome of your students, your audiences, your peers, or is it your own personal development?
It's a mixture. It's a mixture of a few of those things. I mean, the easiest way of answering that is to say that obviously working with Radka and some of the others, certainly working with Radka and Jenny Scrivener, we worked on getting a case study around LinkedIn Learning and using it with students, and that was done from an approach that came out of SIME. And now that case study is about to be published. I've talked at conferences around it, and it's also been picked up actually by LinkedIn and used as a worldwide example of collaboration between students, academics, and librarians. So for me, that was the big one that kind of changed it. And once you have an academic case study, you can then take that to FAS or to the medical school and go, look, this has worked with LUMS. We can apply this to your students and get this to work with you. So for me, that was a big thing.
That's amazing. So would you say that actually influence your professional development or your professional path?
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, you can't, if you're serious about, always learning and always keeping moving. I have a mantra that says, keep moving forward. And no matter how slow that may be at times, I think what I've experienced through SIME has given me the opportunity to keep moving forward and to influence what I do. I'm picking up little different things that others have done and just making subtle changes here and there. I'm not in a position, I don't think, to make huge changes without having to jump through various different administrative hoops, shall we say. But I can certainly tweak things to match what's going on. Yeah.
And you were talking about picking up what others were doing. So let's talk about your peers in the SIME. Do you learn a lot from them, or do you influence them, or do you create something new together?
I think we definitely create something new together. I've worked with Radka and Emma Watt and a few others, and we've created videos for students actually in the position where we're sat now using the green screen technology, which they hadn't seen before. And that just made the videos we were producing much more engaging rather than just basically recording a Teams call. So that was good to work with that. We've also presented to Leeds Business School on a joint venture that we did, again, around LinkedIn Learning. So I think it gives me the opportunity to work with different people, and it gives me the opportunity to showcase some of my skills. I've created online resources for people in SIME to use with their students. And what I've picked up from people is just the enthusiasm that they've got for the teaching and for the development. And again, it's just little things. I can't really put my finger on it. Like I say, it was looking at graphic novels and how they could be helped. It was looking at how, we did some sessions on how we can make things more fun for students and things. So it was just picking up on slight different things. I came up with a really daft idea of, let's make the library less daunting by putting a bouncy castle in it in the middle of intro week, but unfortunately that's not come off yet. So I'm still looking forward to that one.
That's wonderful. And you were talking about your impact beyond your department as well, and your wider dissemination through conferences and publications and collaborations as well outside the university. Where can you share more about that?
Yes, I mean I've never really kind of written an academic paper before or presented at a conference. So the opportunity arose to write a joint paper with, as I said, Radka and Jenny around the LinkedIn Learning work that we did. So we've written that. And we didn't want it to be kind of dry. A lot of academic articles, no offense to any academics watching this, can be quite dry. So we contacted the editors and we wanted to make an online resource to go alongside it. So as well as the article, I've made an interactive website that people can follow through, see the data that we did, look at students' works, all anonymized, of course, so they can actually see the actual examples rather than just read about it. And that was kind of my idea that we tagged onto that. And that's been received really well. So I presented at conferences about making things a bit more interactive rather than just 12 pages of text or whatever it is in an article. So there's that. I've recorded podcasts about it with outside agencies. So ALM, which is Academic Libraries North, which is all of the universities in the north of England, are presented there around it. Lancaster Education Conference as well. And as I said, a couple of days organised by SIME where we presented to others. So it's been quite a different thing for me. It's out of my comfort zone. But it's been fun.
That's great. So now for the final question.
Okay.
If someone's still on the fence about engaging with SIME,
Yeah.
what would you say to them?
I would say get off the fence. First of all, it's very uncomfortable sitting on a fence. So jump down off the fence and, walk confidently into SIME. They're a good bunch of people. They welcome new ideas. They welcome new people. They're very friendly, and you can learn a lot from it. And it's innovative. It's different. It's not dull. It's colourful. Just go in there, join them, and you'll come away from a session with a smile on your face, and you'll learn something. And in academia, in the world that we're in at the moment, it's nice to come away with something with a smile.
That's amazing. That's true. So thank you, Andy, very much for this really interesting conversation. And thank you for listening. If you're still curious about SIME or want to get involved, please find us at www.lancaster.ac.uk/LUMS/ that's short for Lancaster University Management School, or find us on LinkedIn. We're very keen on welcoming new voices that are passionate about education, innovation, and a meaningful learning journey. See you next time.